Have you ever wondered what life would be like without the everyday items we often overlook? Think about your keys, the zipper on your jacket, or the ballpoint pen you might use to jot down notes. These objects have become so ingrained in our lives that we seldom stop to think about their origins, yet each tells a fascinating story. Behind these mundane objects are tales of ingenuity, problem-solving, and creative design. They result from decades, sometimes centuries, of refinement, experimentation, and iteration. While they may seem simple, they are engineering marvels carefully crafted to solve specific problems easily and elegantly. In today's episode, we'll uncover the surprising history and intricate thought processes behind the simple things that surround us. Before we dive in, please quickly hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support makes a difference, allowing us to keep bringing you fresh, exciting content. Plus, it helps our community grow. Thanks for being part of it. Let's kick things off by talking about simplicity. In design, the concept of simplicity is often associated with minimalism, the idea that less is more. But simplicity in design goes much deeper than merely stripping away excess. It's about creating an object that performs its intended function with as few complications as possible. Achieving this level of simplicity is far more difficult than it appears, requiring deep consideration of user needs, materials, and functionality. Take the paperclip, for example. It's not just a loop of bent steel wire. It's a solution to a problem that dates back centuries: how to temporarily hold papers together. While it may look simple, the design has been honed over time to create the perfect balance between flexibility, tension, and ease of use. Early attempts at fasteners were cumbersome and sometimes even damaged the paper. The paperclip's ultimate success lies in its elegant simplicity. Simplicity in design is not just about aesthetics, it's about utility. The beauty of an object often emerges from how well it works. Designers must think about ergonomics, how the object interacts with the human body, and its durability. In simple terms, how do I make this object work so well that its design becomes invisible to the user? An object like the Post-it note seems almost ridiculously simple. Just a small square of paper with a weak adhesive on the back. Yet it solves a common office problem: how to jot down quick notes that can be easily repositioned without leaving residue. The adhesive was invented by accident by 3M scientists in 1968, and the Post-it note has since become indispensable in offices worldwide. It's an example of how a simple design can meet complex needs effortlessly. Rarely does a simple design emerge fully formed. The process of refinement, known as iteration, is key. Objects we consider simple today often take decades to perfect. This process involves prototypes, testing, failures, and improvements. Each version gets closer to the ideal solution, and this evolution reflects how thoughtful design often requires patience. Consider the zipper. The first crude version was created by Whitcomb Judson in the late 19th century, but it didn't work well. It wasn't until decades later that Gideon Sundback improved upon the design, adding interlocking metal teeth and a slider mechanism. Suddenly, the zipper went from an unreliable curiosity to a functional necessity. It now adorns everything from clothing to tents, and yet its design remains nearly unchanged from Sundback's invention in 1913. Some of the most ingenious, simple designs are inspired by nature. Velcro, invented by Georges de Mestral in the 1940s, is one of the most famous examples. After a hike, de Mestral noticed how burrs stuck to his dog's fur. Upon closer examination, he saw that the burrs used tiny hooks to attach themselves to loops in the fur. This observation led him to create Velcro, a simple yet versatile fastener. By mimicking nature, designers often find elegant solutions to complex problems. Nature-inspired designs can be found all around us today, from the aerodynamic shape of cars modeled after fish to self-cleaning surfaces inspired by the structure of lotus leaves. This process of learning from nature, known as biomimicry, has led to simple, effective designs that stand the test of time. Some designs may seem simple on the surface, but their true genius lies in how they solve complex problems in subtle ways. One of the best examples is the ballpoint pen. While we might think of it as a basic writing tool, its invention in 1938 by Laszlo Biro solved the problem of how to deliver ink smoothly to paper without smudging. The tiny rotating ball at the tip of the pen evenly distributes the ink from the cartridge while creating a seal that prevents leaks. This small design innovation allowed the ballpoint pen to quickly surpass fountain pens, which required constant maintenance and were prone to leaking. Consider another item that we hardly notice: the key ring. It's just a spiral of metal, but its design is highly functional. The way it's coiled allows for enough flexibility to add or remove keys with minimal effort while still holding them securely. Though seemingly trivial, the key ring has revolutionized how we carry and organize our most essential tools. Key rings are designed to withstand significant wear and tear. They may look simple, but they have to be made from materials strong enough to hold keys over years of use, while flexible enough to open without breaking. The brilliance of this simple design lies in how efficiently it performs its task. Let's shift gears and talk about something super important in design: material. Material selection plays a pivotal role in the success of simple designs. The material must meet the requirements of the object's intended use, balancing durability, flexibility, and cost. Consider the wooden pencil. The wood is soft enough to be easily sharpened but firm enough to encase the graphite inside. The eraser, typically made from rubber or a synthetic substitute, must be both firm and resilient to remove pencil marks without damaging the paper. Or how about the plastic water bottle? The design may seem basic, but the plastic used must be lightweight, durable, and food safe. It must be able to hold liquids without deforming, handle pressure changes, and be cost-effective for mass production. The ridges and indentations found on most water bottles add structural strength, allowing them to withstand being stacked or squeezed without bursting. Here's something fun. Some everyday objects have hidden functions. Have you ever noticed the hole in a soda can tab? Most people think it's just a lever to open the can. But if you flip the tab around, the hole is perfectly sized to hold a straw in place, preventing it from bobbing up and down while you drink. Or think about the shopping cart. While its primary function is obvious, its design includes features like the fold-out flap on the child's seat to make loading groceries easier. Even the wheels are engineered to turn smoothly, even under heavy loads, while remaining cost-effective for large retailers to produce and maintain. Every detail of these objects serves a purpose, even if we don't always notice it. So how does a simple idea turn into something real? It's all about the design process. Designers start with a sketch, build prototypes, and then test those prototypes in the real world. This process ensures that the final product performs well in the real world. Let's revisit the example of the plastic water bottle. The cap must create an airtight seal, but still be easy to open. Its threads need to match precisely with those of the bottle's neck, while the cap itself must be durable enough to handle repeated opening and closing without wearing down. Additionally, plastic bottles must be designed with recycling in mind, often requiring innovations in material science to make them more eco-friendly. And of course, with modern concerns about sustainability, designers have even more factors to consider today. In a world increasingly concerned with sustainability, simple design has taken on new importance. Designers are now tasked with creating products that use fewer resources, last longer, and are easy to recycle. This trend has brought a renewed focus on simplicity as a means of achieving these goals. Take the collapsible water bottle, for example. Made from flexible, eco-friendly materials, it can be compressed after use, making it easier to carry and store. This kind of innovative design not only solves a practical problem, but also reduces the environmental footprint of single-use plastic bottles. The advent of 3D printing has opened up new possibilities for simple design. By allowing for on-demand production, 3D printing enables designers to create custom objects that use only the necessary amount of material. This could revolutionize the design of items like paperclips or keyrings, reducing waste and increasing sustainability. In the near future, we may see the ability to print everyday objects at home, drastically changing the way we consume and interact with simple things. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? The design of simple things is anything but simple. Behind every zipper, keyring, and ballpoint pen lies a world of innovation, iteration, and refinement. These everyday items serve as a reminder that good design isn't about creating something flashy or complicated. It's about solving problems as efficiently and elegantly as possible. As we move toward a future where sustainability and functionality are increasingly important, the pursuit of simplicity in design will continue to inspire breakthroughs. The next time you pick up a pencil or fasten your jacket, take a moment to appreciate the thought and care that went into creating something so wonderfully simple. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive into the design of simple things as fascinating as I did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What's one simple object you couldn't live without? See you next time.